Hello and welcome to a new episode of the AMAnews, and welcome in 2022. We will have a lot to recap from 2021, and so we will directly start with SEO, search engine optimization, and a little overview into the product we have optimized with our consulting. What you here see is just 5 minutes of optimizing a product with Amazon identities, which is a way of Amazon optimization we have developed in the last 2 years. So you will enter just one main keyword and you will find all typical audiences, events, model sizes, features, or standalone products, different names, synonyms, properties, materials, colors, patterns, and so on, to figuring out what is missing in your product or what you should need to advertise on or focus with your pictures and content and stuff like that. Here for the SEO, we have figured out that a lot of typical namings were missing, and so from start on we have seen more and more sales. And on the other side, we have changed the category, and we have figured out a typical problem a lot of sellers are faced with. So here you can see an example for the product type trash can, and you can list a paper bin in different categories in home and garden, and also if you want in a bathroom accessories as a bathroom bin, not always as a paper bin. And as all of we know, not all of them will let you rank to paper bin. There is always a category specific keyword set, not all only for the main category, also for the specific browse leaves behind it. And so in the fifth example down there, bathroom bins, you will lost your opportunity to be shown under typical keyword like a paper bin. But all of them will let you rank to trash can. That is the situation here. Of course, the product type is the same. And to sum up, there is an easy assumption to that. There is a browse node specific keyword set. We know that for main category and also for the leaf nodes behind it. And there is a product type related keyword set existing. We have get that information by the seller support. We have seen that over the last 4 and 5 years. Always when you're typically missing your indexation for the main keyword, normally it is a problem with your chosen product type. So with one little change in your listing, you will start to rank directly to your main keywords. Have a look at that. Prove that with a reverse feed of your products, and don't always trust the seller central data that is shown there. Please use the reverse feed with the flat files what is exactly in the field product type. Then with the content section, a few sections I've talked about for the entities. You can use them directly for SEO or also for pictures, titles, and bullets. And here was the second decision to change the ordering of pictures, the more emotional pictures to the front, and the pictures without any senseful content to the back, or erase them. And with identities, you can directly figuring out what a customer want to see in the picture, what is he thinking about, and what you should talk about in your title or bullets, or also in the pictures. That were 10 minutes. And we were starting to groan for under the search and also the conversion rates. So don't miss that opportunity with a good tool. Then on the other side, let's talk about the first picture, the main image. There are a lot of given statues by Amazon with the style guides, and here you're seeing one of the biggest problem. A lot of sellers are shown wrong amount of products you will get as a customer. Here in that example, you will only receive one of them, not both. And on the other side, there is that little paper around it with a BPE free and another logo, but you're not able to recognize it, so keep it away. If there is no sensible information on that sheet of paper, then please don't pull it around your product on the main image. Just show the product or sizes or other stuff, but not nonsense paper. It's all about the first picture. The first picture can or is so important, can be so important, and it is at the end. You're seeing here different solutions for that scenario. You're seeing that class in black and the background in gray, and the class in a light blue, in a darker blue. It isn't really a concept behind it when it goes to the competitors, but up there for Steigner, you're really seeing great content when it comes to the first picture, to main image. But to be clear, don't get too fancy. I really like the situation for the advertising. That is cool. Okay, you can do that. But for the first picture, you may focus just on the features. You see it here that one company is trying both of them. Just focus on made in Germany, 100% region, and on the other side, the Christmas hat. Yeah, it's nice to think about, but if you really need to try it, I don't know. But Amazon A/B testing is available, so just check it out. When everybody is focusing on the main picture, a lot of people out there are forgetting about the influence effects of a second picture. If you're just offering pictures like that, nobody understands on the left side that there is a marker down there, white on white. Normally you're looking on the mobile phone, you will not recognize it or understand it, what it is. Also maybe the funnel, you will not understand how it works, how big it is, or that you can just make it really, really small, of course, to a little feature where make sure your features, your amounts of products, of stickers or classes are recognizable and readable and understandable. If we are looking on the left, the stickers are big enough to understand that they are stickers, but they are looking like printed. And a lot of them are not, but I don't know what's on them. On the right side, you are seeing 69 spice labels, 104 of them are blank, but you're not able to read it, especially on mobile, yes? Hopefully you understand that. So from that situation, you need to make sure that your second picture is not overfilled with too many data. Sometimes it's much more easier to get rid of a lot of information and focus on one or two of them, show the product in the different scenario, and use that as an example. From my point of view here in that example, the second sentence is of course too small to read, but it's better if you're splitting off your features for the next and the next picture. And please get rid of the senseless pictures nobody understands, or where no special feature or product usage is shown. So if you just understand what I mean, I think yes. Then another situation on content is the usage of variations. We have the opportunity to show variations like that. Okay, that is absolute cool. You can use that variation images. I'm not a fan of variations itself. Of course, you can only choose one category, one product type. You will only have one SERP slot in the search. So your advertising will not be as good as possible. You could split that variation in 30 to 60 centimeters, from 70 to 120, from 130 to 170, and then the upper lengths and the special lengths and E7 listed by your own. And from that that you will have 4 SERP slots. Okay, hopefully you understand what I'm talking about. But there are also better ways when it comes to combination of different features. Here, for example, you see 2 variation themes in one, color and length. I really like that from the scenario. I don't like it from the optimization when it comes to SERP sites. Of course, when somebody is searching for, let's talk about a 20-meter rope and searching for and clicking on a black rope, normally he will not start to purchase and think about a white one. Maybe he's thinking about 15 meters or 30 meters, but changing the color isn't absolutely an opportunity that you should offering to a client, to a possible client. For the variation images, just to sum up, it's called swatch shots. And you can load up that thumbnail by yourself with the right naming of your ASIN point SWCH, or you can absolutely upload them directly in Seller Central. If you're setting up a variation, you will find a special slot, it's called color, in your Seller Central, and where you can upload the different picture. You see it here, the main picture left is the bracelet, and on the right side the variation image is then the color rosé, silver and gold. That is really, really cool. You can also see an example here. The problem is the red variation in the picture is not available, and that product is only available at that moment in 15, 10 and 30 kilogram, and all the other colors, light blue, green and the black one, are available. The yellow and the red and the violet ones aren't. So the problem is bigger than you think. Of course, with that swatch images, you maybe build up an interest of a customer like me for a red one, and when I start to search for a red one and it is not available. And secondly, the 20 kilogram on the picture from the green one aren't available at all. The variation with 20 kilo is not available. I'm really not liking that stuff. Of course, variation from the cold problems like product type, category, ads, SERP slots. You have also the problem of updating all of your variations when someone is out of stock, some of them. So, for example, red 20 kilo out of stock, so you have to re-update all your swatch images and so on. I really, really don't like that. Before we go to marketing and advertising, just feel free to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell, of course, to stay informed and updated when we are uploading new videos. And of course, use the AMALYZE browser extension, perfect for Amazon SEO. And with the ASIN extractor, we are offering a fast tool that gets you rid of the problems to find products for product targeting ads. But now, back to business. Amazon advertising. Here in that case, we don't only have updated the SEO content, the bullets and the pictures, we also set it up all kind of ads. That isn't the example exactly, but I only wanted to show you here how necessary it is. We are talking about headline search ads, sponsored brands now called, with a specific own picture, sponsored product, of course, to be shown on top of search. The organic one is number 2, that is fine, but we have also updated the video here. Use all the ad types. An auto campaign and a keyword campaign and maybe a product targeting campaign isn't enough in 2022, and it wasn't in 2021. On the other side, please be aware of a suggested bid. I don't really like it when you're setting up product targeting ads and all suggested bids are the same. You just have to think about it. In that scenario, the price of the advertised product was $12.99 and the maximum investable advertising margin were 1.65 euro. Conversion rate 10%, and if you just calculate it through, you have a max cost per click of 16.5 cent, and of course to the fact that your bid is not matching your CPC, the max bid should be 23 to 27 cent, and nothing more than in euro or in euro 32. That is absolutely not to recommend as a bid. Just keep that in mind. On the other side, we have heard a lot of increasing CPCs in 2021. A few studies made it the mistake to set up a study between May 2020 and May 2021. The problem here was caused by the pandemic. In May 2020, everybody has cut up their advertising budgets, and that was the cheapest advertising time on Amazon ever from my point of view. And 1 year later, of course, the clicks were raising. So that wasn't really good. Then a lot of studies are talking about more and more raising CPCs. From my point of view, a lot of agencies, when they are generating new customers for their own in a different new price segment, of course their own data will increase at the end. If you are not setting up your bid higher, your CPC will not increase at the end. I really don't see that in a lot of my accounts. So the question behind it is, why should you listen to such studies and information if you have your own data? Just look at your own data and drive your decisions by your own data. I don't see any CPC going through the ceiling or raising. Then we have the topic of sponsored display portfolios. Finally, Amazon has offered us the solution, but what you're seeing here is a little problem with it. I can't create a new portfolio when it is VCPM, viewable cost per miller. It's only available for the cost per click scenarios. Don't ask me why. It's just the facts. And when you have your own portfolio for sponsored display ads, that is really cool. You can now really detailed see your results on a portfolio level for the different scenarios: sponsored brands, sponsored products, sponsored displays. But as I mentioned, sponsored displays with CPM are not included. Then in the last quarter of 2021, the look-back windows were offered by Amazon that were really cool. They were also customizable from 7 up to 365 days. It depended on the specific advertising type on sponsored displays you were using. But there is a little problem with it. Not all views remarketing, for example, have data for that. Okay, even if it comes to 90 days or 30 days or so, you have to find a different solution for that. Not everything is advertisable at the end. Then with that new look-back funnel, the Amazon specification as a template you see on the left, that is the typical automated setup. You'll see purchase remarketing and views remarketing for advertised and related to and similar to products for the last 30 days. But the problem we all know, batteries or socks, you don't need 30 days to find your buying decision. It's shorter than 1 day. And so the remarketing is not easy. A battery's normal lifetime is a bit longer, and hopefully the socks have a good quality, so they will hold up for half a year or a year. So the smarter idea could be the situation on the right side. If you're taking the purchase remarketing or views remarketing and set up the different corridors as available for different days, you will see that your potential reach is for example here 40 million, 25 to 30 million, 9 to 10 million, 6 to 7 million, and up nearly 3 million. That is really interesting, and so your funnel is built by itself. But there's no decision between these two. Please just use both approaches. That is as easy as possible. Don't get it wrong, the Amazon specification as a template you can find is not a bad idea, but you can work with that idea and make it more and more interesting for your own products. Let it run, let's say 2 weeks, maybe 4 weeks, course to the attribution delays, and then you will see what is working and what is not working. And don't try to gamble with the bits or so, just get rid of the not working campaign strategies or date cycles. On the other side, you have to be aware and ask yourself who is in the look back funnel and why. At the moment, if you're going back the last 90 days, you have a typical problem of Q4 that Black Friday, Cyber Monday offers, then the gifts we are searched for other people, and the seasonalities course to a simple factor. If it's not called again in the next days, and you're targeting the last 30 days where it was snowy and so on, you will target people that don't have the problem at the same time. And you really have to think about, let's talk about pools. You're targeting the last, let's say 90 days, start of March. You will reach maybe nobody course from January, February, March. Nobody's looking for a pool. You have to look on the bigger window, 365 or 180, to reach the old pre-year season. Okay, hopefully you understand what I meant. So then we have to talk about sponsored display VCPM rates. From my point of view, I have had a little look for a few examples of a few clients, and we only see 44% that are not counted. And the problem here is, at the end, the viewable impression is the number of impressions shoppers viewed as per the MRC, that is the Media Rating Council viewable standards. That means 50% of the ad has to be viewable for at least 1 second. And so I thought about the click rates and the problems with the click rates and recalculated it. And the clicks were 1088 and the given click rate was 0.031, course to a factor to the 3.5 million impressions. If we are talking about viewable impressions against the clicks, we have a click rate of 0.071, nearly doubled up, more than doubled up. That could be interesting, but doesn't matter at the end. Of course, viewable costs per mille attributed to are attributed to viewable impressions and clicks. And so if you're talking about normal impression that was not viewable and generated a click, it's also attributed. So don't get it too serious when I'm talking about the better click rates. You can maybe calculate it in. Hopefully at the end it's always a better click rate, but it doesn't matter for the attribution or the arrangement of the data. Nothing else when the click rate is directly influenced by it. When we have a new store segment from your search, that's coming interesting in a few later slides. The situation beneath that is, if you're going into details, how can that appear? It will only be available if you click on a sponsored brand and have searched for the brand before. That was the situation I have found. I haven't seen it in other ways. And then you will see that slots from your search. You will not see any non-branded product. I haven't seen them. And on the other side, it's becoming interesting. Of course, there's a new bidding scenario offered for sponsored brands. I will show you in a few slides. So keep in touch. Before we go to that, we will talk about the detailed page views. For sponsored brands, they are offered, I think, since a few months or weeks at the end of 2021. And now we also have that data for the sponsored display ads with the attributed detail page view 14 days and the view attributed detail page view 14 days. You can download them in the normal reports. Sponsored display, purchased, advertised, targeting and campaign reports, and you will see data like that. The problem here is if you download a 30-day report or a 14-day report, it doesn't matter. The 14-day data is not only for the last 14 days. I don't get it why it is called that. I've tried it with different data and reports and I haven't seen a difference between it. That means at the end in a 14-day report should be exact the same data, 14 days, and in a 30-day report you should only see the last 13 data or the data from a 14-day report. But in the 30-day report you'll see 30-day data. Interesting data at the end, of course. You will see a lot of more detailed page views than clicks to the VCPM scenario, of course attributed to the impressions and not to the clicks. And on the other side, just don't get that wrong, clicks are not necessary for a detailed page view. Of course, when anybody is seeing the ad and later is clicking on your product, you have a detailed page view, or you have the organic placement and the advertising placement directly in the customer SERP, and the customer is seeing your ad and seeing your organic slot, and when it's clicking your organic slot, you don't have an advertised click, you only have a detailed page view. But that drives me really crazy. I've directly looked into the non-VCPM data only in the CPC sponsored display ads, and then I have found that a lot of clicks but no detailed page views. Not in the 14-day report, not in the 30-day report. My idea first was, if I'm using a 30-day report, I have clicks in the 30 days, but maybe they were in the first 2 weeks, and in the last 2 weeks I don't get any clicks, and so I don't have any detailed page views. But when I have used a 14-day report and I had also clicks and no detailed page views, then my idea was, are there any ads at the moment running with add to cart instead of shop now? Of course, when you're clicking shop now, you're landing on the product detail page. When there's an add to cart banner, you will directly add the product to your cart, and so you don't have a detail page view as we know it from Amazon DSP. I haven't a solution for that. Please make sure, if you're looking at the data, at your own data, look deeply in your data, then make a screenshot of them, send it to the Amazon report, and hopefully you will get an answer. Maybe, maybe not. Then on the other side, as announced a few slides before, new bidding strategy for sponsored brands. What we have seen here is a complete rollout over all regions. And the interesting part here from my point of view is the new capability gives advertisers more granular bidding controls over the various placements, named later, with where ads are shown. We had that opportunity for sponsored brands before, but that was only the difference between top of search and other search. And now where advertisers can adjust the bids for detail pages, home pages and other placements. And now we are coming back to the brand store with the Crocs shown before. From my point of view, that should be the home pages. I really don't know what else it should be, and we haven't found any definitions of Amazon. We will see when the rollout is finalized, and or when the rollout also is shown in the ad console and not only in the API. What will be possible? At the end, the bid adjustment percentage is from a minimum, so you can set up your bids down to minus 99%. Or up to 900%. That is so really crazy, but that is at the end the possible scenario, and we will see a nice rollout within a few days, hopefully. Then at the end we need to talk about marketing. Marketing is absolutely going crazy in the last 4 months, of course, through Black Friday, Cyber Monday, you all know that. We will go a bit detailed into the coupons. CPCO, what should it be? Yes, the cost per coupon is redeemed €2.05, just calculated the nearly 970 redeemed coupons and the spendings, including the redemption fees, of course. And we have over 3,000 clips, but you're not paying for the clips, you're only paying for the redeemed ones. The redemption rate is over 30%, but is okay with a 5% discount. The ROAS is 15%, and from my point, nearly absolutely too high. That means, from my point of view, that sales I will have gotten also without any coupon. To double check that, or if you are in the same situation, just raise your discount. And what you should see at the end is a higher redemption rate. Okay? That should be the best scenario, a redemption rate of, let's say, 100%, okay? You need to double check that. From my point of view, the 5% don't really increase our sales. That was the typical client sitting on our product detail page and seeing, oh, well, here's a discount. I will just take it anyway. All the time when the ROAS is too high, I'm always thinking about that, and the best way to double check it is to set a higher discount with a better redemption rate, and then have to double check your normal organic traffic and advertising traffic. Of course, you can see that discount offer in the ads, also in the SERP, and with a higher one, you just, with the hypothesis behind that, you just get the customer, oh, well, where is the high discount? I just want that, of course, to the discount and not by the situation I want to buy it as usual. Okay, so how the coupon budget is working, just on the sites that we have talked about it. I have talked about the 0.5 euro or dollar for every redemption. You have to pay that and your own offer. So your own discount, and we will take your coupon offline once your budget is 80% redeemed. That is a little scenario you also have to keep in mind when you're setting up your budgets. This might result in a higher budget than initially expected, as customer who had already clipped the coupon before reaching the budget threshold of 80% will still be able to redeem the coupon until the official expiry date. That's the scenario behind it. And also interesting, the minimum and maximum discounts for coupons are 5% and 80%, of course. Okay, I really like that scenario. If you think about it, it could be interesting to try that, but keep in mind also the 50 cent or $50 cent will come up at the end, especially maybe for a deal that you're working with a non-reduced price, cost to effect. The pricing scenario under a SERP, under a specific keyword, could be non-volatile. So every product is 20 euro, and you're not able to reach organic position with ads. From my point of view, there's also no way to do so. But if you're talking about a coupon from 80% for 20 euro product, that makes it down to $4, €4. But the price on the SERP is still 20. Okay, you understand what I'm talking about? We are reducing the price and using the discount at the end, not at the beginning. We are not discounting our product from 20 to 4 euro to get sales. We are holding the 20 euro and discount it later in the customer journey at the end after the add to cart. Okay, the redeemed is before, but the purchase in the add to cart when they see the discount. Okay, then let's see a little example of how Black Friday and Cyber Monday can ruin your Xmas business. I'm not a fan of such taking part in that advertising when it comes to high margin burning like Black Friday, Cyber Monday. We had an offer in the end of September, Black Friday 1 day deal, sorry, and Cyber Monday 7 days deal. And we have set it up for December for the big business 1 week before the last big weekend with our lightning deal. But when there's coming up needs attention, and we were like, oh well, what's going wrong? Are we out of stock? And when we opened it up, your deal has errors, please edit your deal and then resubmit for approval. Okay, well, thanks. We have seen a new deal price. Our old plan, $12.49, was not submitted anymore. Course to our offers before, Amazon has recalculated the lightning offer deal price. Now you want to talk about 60 cents, why that matters. Yeah, at the end it matters, okay? Just set the comma to the right and talk about 142.9 euro or 400 euro products. We will not talk about 60 cents, we will talk about 6 or 60 cents, and that will occur some bigger problems. So keep in mind, too many offered offers will make problems with new offers, okay? Just that you have heard about it. And at the end, let's talk about some other stuff in the marketplaces. I have found, from my point of view, an absolutely cool new function. It's called Enhance Your Purchase. I know that from the add to cart, Amazon is offering in the buy box a lot of stuff, and after you try to purchase it, now it's directly on the product detail page. Enhance your purchase. Products that go with this, end tables, lamps, coffee teavets, and a lot more. And when you can open up that and scroll through it, 5 products were offered here. You see it should be really new, because the right product is cut it off. You can't open it completely. You see here 5 cool products directly fitting to that sofa and couch I've searched for. I really like that. Hopefully, sometimes at the end, you can just add the products by yourself for your own brand and so on. These are a lot of products from competitors, but it's a nice feature. And Amazon is producing shelf-ready products. Now you will think about, yeah, they have their stores. Why shouldn't we? The problem here is that is a normal purchased product from the marketplace, and it comes directly as a shelf-ready product. Maybe Amazon has something big in the planning, and we will see that products in every stationery store in a few months. Really interesting. So thank you for watching, and I wish you all luck to the new year, and we will hear you with the new episodes in a few days. So subscribe to our channel, ring the bell, stay in touch with the new videos, and of course use the AMALYZE browser extension.